you're having a wonderful day. We have a couple of exercises I'd like you to work on at home while you're unable to come into the martial arts school. First thing I'd like you to do is a couple of exercises. The first one would be push-ups for a minimum of 30 seconds, followed by double chops for a minimum of 1 minute, followed by mountain climbers for a minimum of 30 seconds. Now, I'd recommend doing 2 or 3 rounds of each one of these exercises. You already know how to do the push-ups, you already know how to do the double chops, but for the mountain climbers, if you have any questions about mountain climbers, a couple of things you want to know about this is you want to always have your hands on the ground and one leg close in. When you're doing this exercise, you want to step up, boom, switch to the other leg. Switch, 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 while you're performing this exercise. So make sure you do a couple of those today. A couple of rounds of it would probably be the best way to go. Thank you and have a good day. Gold belt technique. Today I'd like you to work on gold belt combination number 1 and gold belt combination number 2. Now I'm going to perform these sideways so you can see the technique's a little different than you usually do. Remember to do this, come to chair position, then Jabi, put your right leg back, here! Hands are nice and tight. Now remember, gold belt combinations, 3 techniques. Front punch, back punch, forward hand for the first one. So they're all offensive, so you got to step with that first front punch. When I say front punch, you got to extend the punch all the way out like this. When I say back punch, remember the back foot, just like I showed you on orange belt basic number 2, has to move forward, compensate the distance, and then twist and punch the other hand all the way out. Now front ridge hand, remember this foot goes back down, the front heel is going to activate all the way up, boom, make sure that ridge hand goes all the way out. Then a nice loud yell, turn, here! And same thing on this side, you got that front punch offensively, take that step. So you front punch all the way out. Then that powerful back punch all the way out, that active back heel, remember, compensates and moves forward a little bit to make up the distance you just gave. Then the third technique, that front ridge hand, the active front heel goes to work. As your thumb goes underneath, you get the powerful ridge hand extending all the way out. And then a nice loud yell, turn, here! Now remember, we're going to do this a couple of times on each time. I'd recommend minimum 5 to 10 times. So you really get that technique down well as get a good workout. So you're going to do the front punch, back punch, front hand, put it all the way together. Ready? 1, 2, hiya! 3, turn, hiya! Just like that. Continue to work on your own, and please remember, move at your own speed. Feel free to rewind this a couple times if you need to break it down a little bit better than I did today. Now also remember, when performing your front ridge hand, you want to make sure your thumb is tucked all the way underneath. Now I'm going to show you right here. Make sure your fingers are tight together, your thumb tucked all the way underneath as far as it can go. So that's doing its best, trying to get to the pinky on the other side right over there. When performing ridge hand, remember, extend it out, thrusting towards the technique, keeping it nice and tight the whole entire time. Never want to have your fingers apart, always nice and tight together. Gold belt combination number 2. Make sure when you perform this technique, once again, I'm going to do it sideways so you can see it. Ready position, hands up, punches, ready position. Each one of the techniques, break it down separately first and then work on putting the whole entire combination together. Remember, first thing you want to do is take that offensive step at the front punch. Now, remember, as you're going to prepare for the front leg front kick, the back foot has to come to the front foot so the heels touch together as the hand comes in nice and tight to punches ready position. From here, powerful front leg front kick. Remember, you got to tuck those knees. When you bend those knees, make sure you tuck it in nice and tight. Perform the kick, tuck it back in, put it back down. Hit with the ball of the foot so the leg comes up. Boom, powerful kick. And then back punch extending all the way out with that active heel all the way up. Now, to really work on this technique, after you finish that front punch and your feet come together, you want to work on having a powerful front leg front kick, showing good control so that your leg goes down to the ground, boom, as the back punch is extending all the way out. And then turn to the other side, same thing on this side. You're going to do that front punch straight out. Make sure that you take that offensive step at the same time. Then, feet come all the way together, heels are touching. Hands are punched right position still. Powerful front leg front kick, showing self-control, tucking it all the way back in. And then again, powerful back punch, extending it all the way out. Hands back and tight, turn, kia. When you put the whole combination together, front punch, front leg front kick, back punch, make sure. Step, heels touch, front leg front kick, back punch. Turn to the other side, step, heels touch, front leg front kick, back punch, and then turn back again. Work on this multiple times so you also have this technique down really good. And you're ready when you return back to class. Finally, I'd like to do a couple stretches before we finish up everything here today. Remember, take some time, minimum 30 seconds on each stretch, and make sure you're fully warmed up using the other exercises and techniques I told you to work on today. Now, the first thing I'd like you to do would be your regular leg pull, which you already know. So you're going to take your left leg and extend it all the way out. Toes pointing up, knees flat, other legs tucked nice and tight, hands are together, deep inhale. Reach up and extend all the way down. Eyes focused on your toes, look at them, and count yourself down for a total of 30 counts on each side. I even recommend doing it more than once. Remember your goal, start here and then pull yourself down a little bit more. Always keep your eyes on your toes and make sure you extend both your hands all the way out equally towards the target. Remember, do one side. After you finish that, switch your legs, same thing, tucked in tight, leg extended, toes pointing all the hands all the way together. Deep inhale. Reach up and extend all the way down. Again, eyes are still focused on the target, which would be your toes. Hands are both towards that foot at the same time. Remember, your goal is equality on both your hands as you extend down. Why? Because when you only put one hand out there, it turns your body, it stretches different, it doesn't give you as much of an efficient technique. So you want to make sure both hands go out equally towards the target when you're doing that stretch, and keep your eyes on the goal. Now, after you finish doing that on both sides, I recommend minimum 30 seconds on each side. Same thing for the next stretch. Take both your legs, extend them all the way out. Make sure your toes are pointing all the way up. Knees are down, hands are together, deep inhale. And exhale, you're going to extend all the way forward and down to the ground for leg split and bending, going forward as far as you can. Now remember, when you're doing this stretch, you want to bend at your hip as far as you can forward, extending your hands out. You should feel the stretch here on the bottom of the leg and in the back also. So make sure you extend it all the way out as far as possible and hold there for minimum 30 count. I recommend go a little bit longer. Then bring it right back up and you're done. The final stretch I'd like you to do today, and for this next one, get there any way you need to, is to go up to a full straddle. Take both those legs, keep them where they are, extend yourself forward if you need to, or stand up first if you'd like to instead. And extend those legs all the way out the side and hold it here for a minimum of 30 counts. Remember, again, make sure you are well warmed up before you do any of these stretches, and hold it there for minimum 30 count or longer if you'd like to. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.